Hello everyone, and welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to share insights on how we can take our solutions from code all the way to production. The title of our session is From Code to Production, with a focus on automating CI/CD, testing, monitoring, and lifecycle management to ensure our Fabric solutions are both reliable and secure. Over the next few moments, we'll explore how these key processes come together to streamline development and deployment. I'm glad you're here, and I look forward to diving into this important topic with you. Let's talk about the challenge of deploying Fabric integrations. While it might seem straightforward to develop and test a single integration, things get much more complicated when we try to scale that across an entire organization. What works well in a controlled environment often runs into issues when multiple teams and different environments come into play. This exposes gaps in testing, rollback strategies, and monitoring, things that are critical but often overlooked at scale. Now, as we try to maintain reliability at the enterprise level, the complexity really ramps up. Scaling integrations introduces new challenges that can threaten the stability of your systems. It's not just about making it work once. It's about making it reliable across many teams, many environments, and over time. Security is another major concern. Deploying Fabric integrations into production environments can raise security issues that need to be addressed carefully. Without proper controls, vulnerabilities can creep in, putting your entire system at risk. And then there's the challenge of deployment itself. Manual processes can lead to configuration drift, where different environments become inconsistent, and permission issues, which can cause delays or security problems. These deployment challenges highlight how difficult it is to keep everything aligned and secure during production rollout. Finally, it's common for development teams to celebrate early wins when their custom Fabric integrations work perfectly in isolated testing. But the real test is scaling those successes into a reliable, secure, and manageable enterprise deployment. That's where many integrations face their toughest hurdles. Let's talk about why manual deployment often fails. When we rely on manual processes, we run into several key issues that can really hold us back. First, there are bottlenecks that prevent us from iterating quickly and fixing bugs in a timely manner. This slows down our entire development cycle. Another challenge is slow releases. It becomes difficult to track exactly what changed, when it changed, and who made those changes, which makes troubleshooting more complicated. This lack of traceability can lead to confusion and errors down the line. Then there's the problem of environment drift. Different team members might follow varied procedures, leading to inconsistencies across environments. This inconsistency can cause unexpected issues during deployment or in production. And perhaps most critically, about 63% of production incidents actually stem from configuration mistakes made during manual deployments. Human error is a significant risk factor here, and it highlights why manual processes are often unreliable. All of these issues underscore the need for more streamlined, automated approaches to Fabric integrations, from development through to enterprise deployment, so we can avoid these pitfalls and improve overall stability and efficiency. Now, let's dive into how we can streamline Fabric integrations through the power of CI/CD. When we talk about enterprise-grade reliability and security, it's all about enabling teams to innovate quickly without compromising on these critical aspects. CI/CD helps accelerate release cycles, which means teams can move faster, shifting away from manual, error-prone deployment processes towards more strategic and automated integration development. This not only speeds things up, but also ensures consistency across deployments. By enforcing repeatable processes, CI/CD significantly reduces errors and makes tracking changes much easier. And speaking of automation, the pipelines we set up automatically deploy Fabric workspaces, pipelines, custom connectors, and notebooks. This automation is key to maintaining a smooth, reliable flow from development to production, aligning perfectly with our goal of making Fabric integrations more efficient and robust. Now, let's take a closer look at the core CI/CD components that are essential for Fabric deployment. First up, we have the deployment engine. This component is responsible for orchestrating releases across various environments: development, staging, and production. Its main goal is to ensure that deployments happen smoothly and consistently, no matter where they are happening. It also helps us maintain security and keep everything auditable, so we have a clear record of what was deployed and when. Next, we have test automation. This is a critical part of the process because it automatically runs unit, integration, and security tests before any deployment occurs. By automating testing, we catch issues early and ensure that only thoroughly vetted code makes it into production, reducing risk and increasing confidence. Then there's the build pipeline. Think of this as the automation behind compiling, validating, and packaging our components. It streamlines the process of turning raw code into deployable artifacts, saving time and reducing manual errors. Finally, source control plays a foundational role. We use Git repositories to store all our integration code, configurations, and infrastructure definitions. This setup not only helps us manage changes efficiently, but also provides a single source of truth for our entire deployment process. Overall, these components work together to make our Fabric integrations more reliable, secure, and easier to manage as we move from development to enterprise deployment. Now, let's talk about building your first Fabric CI/CD pipeline. One of the most important aspects here is streamlining Fabric integrations, making sure your development process moves smoothly from initial coding to enterprise deployment. First, when it comes to secrets management, it's crucial to use tools like Azure Key Vault or GitHub Secrets. These allow you to securely store credentials, so you're not risking exposing sensitive information by hard-coding secrets directly into your code. Next, for deploying changes to Fabric workspaces, always use service principals with the least privilege access needed. This helps you maintain a secure environment and follow best practices for security. Then, in the build stage, you'll compile your code, validate its syntax, and package your artifacts. This ensures everything is ready for deployment and minimizes errors down the line. In the deploy stage, the focus is on pushing these changes to Fabric workspaces, completing the automation cycle. To keep your CI/CD process efficient, define triggers by specifying which branches or events should automatically initiate builds. This way, your pipeline responds only when relevant changes occur. Finally, organizing your repository structure is key, keeping code, configuration files, and deployment scripts logically arranged. This clarity makes maintenance easier and supports scalability as your project grows. All these elements work together to create a robust, automated pipeline that supports seamless development and deployment of Fabric solutions. Now, let's talk about testing and quality assurance for Fabric integrations. The goal here is to streamline the entire process, from development all the way through to enterprise deployment. A critical part of this is performing full workflow validation in staging environments. This step helps us catch issues early and ensures everything runs smoothly before going live. Robust testing builds confidence in our integrations, reduces potential risks, and makes sure they perform reliably once in production. When we think about testing, there are a few key types to keep in mind. First, end-to-end tests. These are designed to validate the interactions between different components and external services, making sure everything works together seamlessly. The Fabric testing pyramid is a helpful guide here, ensuring we have the right coverage at each level. Next, there are integration tests. These are faster, more granular tests focused on individual functions. They help us verify that each part performs correctly on its own, which is essential to prevent issues like data loss, performance bottlenecks, or security vulnerabilities. And finally, unit tests. These are the most basic tests, targeting specific units of code to confirm they behave as expected. By combining these different types of tests, we create a comprehensive testing strategy that keeps our Fabric integrations reliable, secure, and efficient throughout the entire development lifecycle. Let's talk about strategies for unit and integration testing, specifically how we can streamline fabric integrations from development all the way to enterprise deployment. One of the most important points is to catch issues early in the development cycle. By doing so, we can improve the robustness of our integrations and prevent small problems from becoming larger, more costly bugs down the line. Early issue detection offers many benefits. For example, it allows us to simulate external dependencies, which means we can test how our system interacts with services outside our control without needing those services to be actually available. This also enables us to run repeatable and isolated tests, making our testing process more reliable and efficient. Using mocks and stubs plays a key role here. They help us validate API calls, ensuring that our code communicates correctly with external systems. Additionally, they allow us to verify authentication flows and maintain data consistency, which is critical for secure and reliable integrations. When it comes to component interactions during integration tests, we need to test token refresh mechanisms thoroughly. This ensures that our system can handle token expiration gracefully. Likewise, validating permission checks is essential to confirm that users have appropriate access, maintaining security and compliance. In authentication testing, it's also vital to verify that our system can recover smoothly from malformed data. Handling network failures robustly is another key aspect. No matter what issues arise, the system should respond gracefully and maintain stability. Error handling strategies should cover various scenarios, including processing diverse data formats and addressing edge cases effectively. This way, our system remains resilient under different conditions. Finally, in unit testing, data parsing is fundamental. We need to verify that our code correctly handles different data formats, ensuring accurate processing and minimizing errors caused by unexpected input. All these strategies tie back to our overall goal: building a reliable, robust system that performs well in real-world conditions. By integrating these testing approaches into our workflow, we can achieve higher quality and confidence in our fabric integrations. Now, let's talk about how we can streamline performance, security, and compliance testing to ensure our fabric integrations are robust from development all the way to enterprise deployment. One of the key strategies here is to combine security and compliance automation, which helps us continuously validate that our systems meet all necessary standards without slowing down the development process. It's crucial to support enterprise-level requirements by integrating compliance checks directly into our CI/CD pipelines. This means automating adherence to enterprise standards and streamlining compliance validation, so we catch issues early and often. For example, incorporating tools like OWASP ZAP into our CI/CD processes allows us to automate security validation, helping us maintain high security standards consistently. On the security side, we need to ensure that our data residency requirements are met, implement audit logging for traceability, and maintain strict access controls and data retention policies. These measures are vital for safeguarding sensitive information and demonstrating compliance. Moving on to our testing objectives, we focus on validating authentication and authorization processes, checking input validation rigorously, and ensuring that data encryption is properly implemented. These are foundational to maintaining a secure environment. Finally, performance testing aims to achieve specific targets, such as maintaining 80% throughput, meeting the 95th percentile latency goals, and ensuring system stability under stress conditions. All of these elements, performance, security, and compliance, are interconnected and essential for delivering a reliable, compliant, and secure fabric integration that's ready for enterprise deployment. Let's take a closer look at how we maintain stability and ensure quick recovery in our fabric integrations. First, it's essential to keep our runbooks, support tiers, and structured change processes up to date. This organized approach helps us respond swiftly when issues arise and keeps our systems reliable. Incident response and change management are also crucial. By automating secret updates using least privilege principles, we reduce the risk of failures and enhance security. Credential rotation is a key part of this, ensuring that our access credentials are regularly refreshed and protected. Monitoring plays a vital role too. We track performance, system health, and errors using both native Fabric tools and external systems. This comprehensive monitoring allows us to spot issues early and act proactively. When it comes to managing different versions of our releases, tagging releases, supporting multiple versions simultaneously, and providing clear migration paths are all part of a solid version management strategy. This makes upgrades smoother and minimizes disruption. Clear communication is also critical. We need to articulate breaking changes, new features, and bug fixes plainly so everyone stays informed and can adapt accordingly. Finally, all these elements tie back to lifecycle management of Fabric integrations. From development through enterprise deployment, streamlining these processes ensures consistency, stability, and scalability across our environment. By integrating these practices, we're building a robust foundation that supports rapid, safe evolution of our systems. Now, let's talk about monitoring and incident management best practices, especially when it comes to streamlining Fabric integrations from development all the way to enterprise deployment. One of the most crucial aspects is enabling quick and reliable incident management through structured documentation. This means having clear records of symptoms, diagnostics, resolutions, and prevention steps, so we can respond swiftly and consistently when issues arise. Incident runbooks play a big role here. They serve as detailed guides that help us target high availability goals like 99.9% uptime, respond within seconds, and recover within minutes, all while keeping error rates minimal. To keep track of how everything is performing, we log usage patterns and analyze trends, which helps us optimize performance over time. For diagnostics, we leverage telemetry collection tools such as Azure Monitor, Application Insights, or Datadog. These tools give us advanced diagnostics capabilities, making it easier to identify and resolve issues early. We also utilize external diagnostic tools to gain visibility into workspace activity, pipeline runs, and data refresh processes, giving us a comprehensive view of our Fabric environment. Finally, native Fabric monitoring integrates all these elements, ensuring that we have the right insights directly within the Fabric platform itself. Altogether, these practices help us maintain a robust, responsive, and resilient Fabric infrastructure that aligns perfectly with our overall goal of reliable and efficient enterprise deployment. Let's take a closer look at how we streamlined Fabric integrations from development all the way to enterprise deployment. This approach really demonstrated the value of robust lifecycle management, ensuring our processes are smooth and reliable at every stage. One of the key benefits was maintaining an uninterrupted customer experience, which is crucial in today's fast-paced e-commerce environment. We achieved this by tagging and packaging stable releases, allowing for instant deployment without any delays. Additionally, effective version management played a vital role. It enabled us to perform a rollback to a stable version within just 5 minutes, which is essential for preventing revenue loss during unexpected issues. We also tested our rollback procedures thoroughly, especially during peak shopping times like Black Friday, to catch any potential performance degradation early. Proactive monitoring was another critical element. By continuously keeping an eye on system performance, we could detect and address problems before they impacted our customers. All these practices come together to show how meticulous lifecycle management and proactive strategies can support a seamless, reliable e-commerce platform, even during the busiest times. Now, let's look at how we can move from just conceptual ideas to actual production. The key here is streamlining Fabric integrations, ensuring a smooth journey from development all the way to enterprise deployment. To help get you started, there are starter kits available that include sample code, deployment templates, test cases, and CICD pipeline definitions. These kits are designed to jumpstart your Fabric integration efforts, making the process quicker and less cumbersome. Managing the entire integration lifecycle is crucial. This means handling versioning, rotating credentials for security, and having a solid incident response plan in place. These practices help maintain stability and trust in your systems over time. Proactive monitoring is equally important. By keeping a close eye on your integrations, you can detect and resolve issues early, often before they even impact your users. This proactive approach minimizes downtime and keeps your operations running smoothly. Building comprehensive testing coverage is another vital step. Thorough testing ensures that your integrations are reliable and work correctly across different scenarios, reducing the risk of surprises after deployment. Finally, automating deployments through CI/CD pipelines helps you reduce errors and accelerate release cycles. Automation not only speeds things up, but also brings consistency and reliability to your deployment process. Altogether, these steps form a cohesive strategy to take your Fabric integrations from a concept to a robust, enterprise-ready solution.